you've just picked up your ROG Ally and you're looking for tips on how to make the ultimate handheld dock setup. Let's take a look at some things you can put together and some settings to change on this guy to push your desk setup to the absolute max. Hey there, my name is Jason, and this is my ROG Ally from ASUS. A very powerful handheld gaming PC running a full-fat Windows operating system. Docked to a monitor, we can turn this thing into a surprisingly potent and minimal desk setup that can flawlessly go from gaming to productivity to relaxing at a moment's notice. And nothing in this setup is going to be 100% permanent, so you can always just grab your ROG Ally and play it on the go in a moment's notice. You can obviously use any desk you want in your setup, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to this quality standing desk I got recently on Amazon for only $100 on sale. It's a 48 by 24 inch standing desk with this gorgeous white frame and maple top. You can plug it in and automatically raise and lower the desk to your desired height, making it very easy to enjoy games and surf the web while standing, which has shown to just be overall better for your health. The metal frame of this desk feels sturdy and was very simple to put together. The top feels lightweight, and while it's not real maple wood, it still feels pretty premium and way better than an IKEA tabletop quality. Now to start our build, we need an easy way to prop up our ROG Ally. And while it is possible to simply lay it down and plug it in, I think it looks much nicer to prop it up and present it so it doesn't just lie on its back and look like a dying turtle in the sun. We don't need anything fancy here. So I'm using this stand from JSOX that only costs a few bucks. Its black plastic contrasts the white look of the Ally and does a great job of holding up the device without feeling like any tap of the desk will make it fall over. Since this is going to be a multi-monitor setup, we need a dock and power station that can handle all this gaming, and that's where the sponsor of this video, Ugreen, comes in. We will be using Ugreen's USB-C 9-in-1 docking station to charge your device, plug in all of our monitors, and increase the expandability of our ROG Ally. Before Ugreen sent me this docking station, I asked them to prove that the dock is strong enough to handle multiple monitors on the ROG Ally, since a lot of docking stations designed for Steam Decks or the ROG Ally are only able to handle a single output via HDMI. But Ugreen was so confident that their dock can handle it, they sent me this unhinged photo of them testing it in their office. Sure enough, the 9-in-1 dock can handle multiple monitors on the ROG Ally and other devices like MacBooks, Steam Decks, and other laptops up to 4K resolution at 60Hz refresh rate on 2 additional monitors, either by duplicating the image or extending it. The dock has some amazing expandability, boasting 2 HDMI ports, 2 display ports, 1 PD 3.0 100 watts, 2 USB-A 3.2 Gen 2, 1 USB-C, and 1 Gigabit Ethernet port. This is more than enough for any standard ROG Ally user. The 100 watt pass-through charging is particularly of interest, as it will allow us to unlock the super secret 30 watt turbo mode while playing our ROG Ally. And since we are aiming to make the setup a replacement for a traditional PC desktop setup, we can expand our storage capabilities using external NVMe SSDs, and the dock will allow us to transfer files super quickly to and from our device. You can even keep one of these handy with all of your games and just plug it in directly into your dock and run games off of it. And providing power to this dock is the Ugreen Nexode 65 watt charging station that can just sit on your desk and help you charge not only your Ally, but also any other devices you need to get super fast charging to. This charger has a sturdy and premium build quality, and it's actually quite heavy, so it doesn't just slide off your desk randomly. Its cube design helps open up your desk to plug in any extra devices you need to grant power to in a pinch. With 3 AC outlets, 2 USB-C, 2 USB-A ports, and a 6-foot heavy-duty power extension cord, the Ugreen Power Strip can power up to 7 devices at a time. Using a single USB-C cable can output up to 65 watts from a single port, so you can fast charge any of your high-power devices. This will be more than enough to power our dock and make for a good-looking and functional accessory for our desk setup here. There are a lot of options for 1080p 144Hz monitors, but I wanted to go with something relatively affordable. So for our main monitor, we went with this monitor from Scepter. It's 24 inches large, has a gorgeous IPS screen, runs at 1080p resolution, and the refresh rate can be overclocked all the way up to 165 Hz. So it will be more than enough for our ROG Ally, and there's some headroom to make this thing worth it if you eventually change to a traditional gaming desktop. It's got some built-in speakers, which aren't that great, but in a pinch they can really be helpful. The bezel-less design looks really great on our desk here, and this monitor only cost us $109. Despite the cheap price tag, this monitor is bright and beautiful and will be a great center model for this setup. So we are busting out another monitor to increase our productivity, or more realistically, just have YouTube and Discord open while we're gaming. This side monitor is a 24-inch 1080p Amazon Basics monitor, but they paired with AOC to create them, so they're actually pretty good quality. This isn't a gaming monitor, so they only have 75Hz refresh rate, but they have great looking IPS panels and will be more than enough for our side monitor. We can easily just plug in the side monitor using HDMI, and we'll use DisplayPort for our main display, and it all goes straight into the dock. The setup is looking legit so far, but we need some sort of input devices. For the mouse, I really like the ROG Harpy lately. It's a super light wireless mouse that's also from ASUS. It matches our ROG Ally really nicely, with this beautiful grippy white plastic and minimalistic RGB. If you've never experienced a super light mouse before, I think you're going to be pretty blown away here, as lifting this thing up it basically feels like nothing, coming in at only 54 grams. It's easily rechargeable via USB-C and just feels really great in the hand. I'm not really a mouse purist or anything, but I am particularly fond of this mouse, especially for shooters. To pair with this, I'm using the MX Mechanical Mini from Logitech. It has a beautiful minimalistic look to it in this pale gray, has wireless capabilities over Bluetooth, and these low profile tactile switches. I love typing on this thing, and technically this is the version that they label for Max. That's only because of its color. If you want one that has different switches or different color options, they do have some other options that come with a USB dongle instead of just Bluetooth, but I just love this pale gray look so much. This isn't really a gaming keyboard since it doesn't have a bunch of RGB or really fast switches, but it's good enough for my use cases, which is a combination of productivity and light gaming. To make this setup get the best performance we possibly can out of this machine, there's a few things we need to do. First, we need to go into the power settings and make sure it is set to turbo, and that it should say 30 watts instead of just 25 watts. Next, we need to go to our display settings and find the ROG Ally built-in screen and make sure it's turned off. You already have two displays here. There's no sense in having a tiny little 7-inch one that is just going to eat performance. Once you unplug the Ally from your dock and go back into handheld mode, your screen should turn back on by itself. Let's set our middle monitor as our main display, and then extend the image to our other monitor. Set the resolution of our main monitor to the maximum at 1080p resolution, and then make sure your other monitor is set to 60Hz if you're just using them for Discord, YouTube, stuff like that. There'd be no sense in having them run at 144Hz since it's just a side monitor, and it won't make your Discord chats come in any faster. Now before we start testing the performance, I want to set some expectations. This setup is merely an extension of the PC that's powering it. If the game you want to play can't run at 1080p 120fps on the ROG Ally handheld mode, then it won't run at those specs in desktop mode. So going into this expecting to play Cyberpunk in a way that exceeds the handheld's capabilities might leave you a little let down. If you get 60fps on the handheld, you're going to get 60fps on the desktop. But we do have that extra high frame rate monitor for games that the ROG Ally does play exceedingly well. This setup plays just like a desktop PC, but has the convenience of being able to take your Ally on the go by just removing a single cable. The setup should not only allow you to game comfortably at your desk, but also get some productivity done like video editing, word processing, homework, or just watching YouTube and hanging out in Discord. And I know this video is titled for the ROG Ally, but this should technically work with the upcoming Lenovo Legion Go, Aya Neo, or any other PC handheld running Windows. So get creative with your desk setup and don't let having a handheld gaming PC as your daily driver hold you back from the comfort of your very own battle station. Everything I showed in this video today will be down in the video description, along with all of my favorite ROG Ally and Steam Deck accessories. Thanks again to Ugreen for sponsoring this video, and if you want to pick up any of their Ugreen products, they're having a big sale for Black Friday, so go check out their Amazon page. Link is in the description. Please like the video if it brought value to you, and consider subscribing for more technology content. My name's Jason. Thanks for watching.